So we live about 1 hour north of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and it's not unusual for us to see northern lights. But in 2024, we had some of the most spectacular light shows we have ever seen in my lifetime. And this first image is taken directly looking east. I am using an Olympus OM1 with a 7-14 lens. So this is an extremely wide lens. So I'm seeing a very large portion of the sky, and the entire sky was lit up. So this green color, I started out with green because this is the most common color that we will see when we're shooting or seeing northern lights. So green is a common color. This is to the north, and you're starting to see lots of reds. And red is the second most common color that we will see. So we usually see mostly green with a little bit of red maybe mixed in with it. In this case, most of the sky was red, and that is unusual. So already we're getting some interesting skies. So north. Now this was taken facing directly west, again with that wide angle lens, so a big portion of the sky. And now we're starting to see some yellows in the bottom here, and we're definitely seeing some pinks, and we see some purples in here. We do have some greens, but you can see the colors and the patterns are getting really spectacular. I have put a link into the description that will show you what causes the different colors. And I will tell you that the yellow is extremely rare, and the pinks and purples uncommon as well. Now this is facing directly to the south. So we had northern lights filling the eastern sky, the northern sky, the western sky, and even the southern sky. And this is really unusual to get northern lights facing to the south. You can see the beautiful patterns we're getting. There's some yellows in here. There is some reds, greenish tinges in there. Could argue there's a little purple in there as well, but spectacular patterns and colors directly south. Then I just laid on the ground and pointed my camera straight up. And again, you can see some pinks in here, some greens, and a little tinge of red. So, but some interesting patterns. So every part of the sky was filled with northern lights. It was a spectacular show. This one is facing to the north west, and took this image to show, I mean, we have almost whitish here. It's so bright. Like, this was really bright. We definitely have some pinks in here, and we definitely have some purples. So very interesting northern light patterns and colors. I think we jumped one. Okay, so again, this is facing to the south, and from the previous picture you can see that it's changed again. These colors are kind of what we could expect most of the time, some greens and some reds. The only thing, we just don't expect to see them facing straight south like this. This one is facing straight north. And so this is different times that we see these, and you can see that it was in the fall with fall colors and mostly green with a little bit of reddish tinge. This is what we can expect most of the time and to the north. But again, this is sort of to the northwest, and it's mostly red in here with a yellow streak and a little yellow down in the bottom. Sort of purplish colors in there. So again, some very interesting colors. And again, I've turned my camera the other way, so I'm shooting very high up into the sky. Mostly green, but some interesting patterns. And again, just some very interesting, the lights were just dancing for us. It was just a spectacular show. And again, you can see, like, it was so intense that I captured this easily, but this was actually blowing out on me. It was so bright, these northern lights. Brightest I've ever seen in my life. And again, it's nice to go over water. I will tell you that to capture this scene, my vehicle's parked off to the right and shining the headlights over to light up the trees over there, get some reflections on the water. This is what I would normally expect from northern lights in this area, is some greens, a little red mixed in with there. Still looks quite nice. This is back near our house again, and again, a pinkish color. Almost no greens in there. Like, this is really unusual colors that we're getting. And again, some very spectacular patterns. Again, I think I'm looking quite up into the sky here. I'm trying to capture the different patterns that we were getting. And again, some swirls, some red over here, some green. It almost looks orange in here. Some spectacular colors we were getting. So Northern Lights were giving us a show to remember. It's some Northern Lights I'm pretty sure I'm never going to forget.